About why some diesels struggle, a very simple thing that many people overlook. And to be honest, in the past, in a past life, I actually got a diesel for a very, very good price because the individual couldn't get it started. It struggled starting it, and the problem was very easy. So let me go ahead and show you. Today is a beautiful day here. It's about 68 degrees Fahrenheit, 20 degrees Celsius, which means it's pretty warm out. But here we go. So it's not gonna start. I'm still waiting. It's never gonna start. No. Yeah. All right, so you figured it out. So it's the batteries. The batteries are the major issue. So on this truck, I'll go ahead and test them for you, just so you can see. But the batteries were going out, and then one of them was replaced. When I tested them not too long ago, one of them was about 40% life, which on diesel, that's pretty much a dead battery. On a gasoline car, if you have seen my Mustang video on that battery, once it was at 20% life, I got to drive it just one more time, and then the battery died. And I already knew that was going to happen, but I did it just to make that other video. But something that happens with diesels is you'll have batteries and they're weak, and then people will go to crank, and the engine will crank, but it won't start. And they think, oh, there's a problem with the engine, the car, it won't start. It's just the batteries. The batteries are just weak. And I got one a really long time ago. This was a 6.9 F250 for a very good price, and that was the reason why I went through, swapped the batteries, and then the thing just fired right up, obviously after the glow plugs. So those are something to keep in mind, because a lot of people, what they'll do is they won't check the batteries, and they'll go ahead and use starter fluid and pour starter fluid down the intake. And next thing you know, you're destroying rings or blowing up your pistons. So don't do that. So let me go ahead and pull the batteries out of this thing, because I'm going to need new ones. The reason why is the previous owner only replaced one. So one battery's good, the other one isn't, or was. So what ends up happening is usually these batteries go out at the same time. But in this case, I don't know why only one was swapped out, to be honest. Probably to save some money. But then the bad battery will start draining the good battery, and that one will die prematurely. So we'll see what state they're in. I'm hoping I still have a good battery that I can donate to a relative or a friend, since I'm replacing both of them. If not, then they'll just be cores. But let's go ahead and check it out. All right, so here are the two batteries. So this is the one that was good. This is the one that was not good last time I tested them, which wasn't that long ago. But now I'm gonna go ahead and test. So if you don't have a battery tester, consider getting one. I don't really have a brand to recommend. I just got this simple one. But let's see. So battery and quick, and you want to put the amp rating on here, and the amp rating is 850 on these batteries, and then cold cranking amps should be 1000. But here we go. Let's see, state of battery before charging. All right, here we go. Life. So that one's dead, so replace battery. And keep in mind, even if the battery is flat, which you should not be doing, if it's still good, it'll measure good. But here you can see the numbers. Now let's look at the other one. So we'll just disconnect. We'll scratch the screen on the device. I have a screen protector, so I'm not really worried. But let's look at the life of this one. And we'll go, again, 850 amps. You can read on the sticker upside down. There it is. And we'll go here, quick. Turn off engine. Yeah, it's out. 850. And there we go. So before charging, and life 42.6, state of charge half. So this battery used to actually be pretty good. Since I got the truck, I don't remember how many cycles I've been able to put into it, but this battery pretty much ran this one flat. I am going to recharge this one. This one's probably going to be good for a gasoline, a small little, you can put this in a Toyota with a 22R, it should be fine. But let me get the new batteries. All right, so this is my wife's vehicle. We have similar vehicles. Hers is 2-wheel drive, mine is 4-wheel drive. But here we go, so 725, then 725. So it's the same batteries, bought at the same time, placed at the same time. So here we go, let's go negative right over here, positive right over here. And we'll go through the motions. It's 850 as well. And notice this time it didn't ask me if I wanted to test the battery before or after charging. But here we go. So we're looking at 12.81 volts, a resistance 3.81, perfect. It's below 5, excellent. Life, I'll ignore, well, there we go. Yeah, life. So battery's great. Now we can check the other one. And because I don't want the vehicle to lose power, I'll put these in. All right, so same vehicle, wife's vehicle, there's battery. Now, yes, this one has the little indicator, but still, let's use this. So we go, okay, quick test, 850. And notice it's not going to give me that other option, but here we go. So we're looking at 12.78 volts, good. Resistance 3.45, excellent. And 100% live, perfect. So this is the way it should be. So I don't think my wife will notice if I take her batteries and put mine in. Maybe. I'm kidding. I wouldn't do that. She always gets the better stuff. She's the one that drives with the kids, so she always gets the better tires, gets the better batteries, and then I get the hand-me-downs. Because if something happens on the road, it's easier for me to deal with it while I'm alone than if she's on the road with the kids. So that being said, think about that one. All right, so here we go, my new lead batteries. Yay, from Costco. So they're from last month. Still no big deal. I think my cousin just arrived. That's exhaust from his dark horse. I see a dark horse. He has a dark horse. Probably it. Here we go. Battery. Same amps. And let's see, what does Costco have for me? There we go. So voltage 1269. Resistance perfect, below 5. 100%. Yay. All right, let's check the other one. And 12.59, resistance 319, state of charge, okay, we don't, it's the life, 100%, perfect, we're good, golden. So I just need the dielectric grease and I can install these on the truck.